Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will learn riverboat problem, reverse river problem. So let's start. Okay, let me cover first two steps. Okay, let's start with the concept of upstream and downstream. Okay, what do you mean by upstream? When the man is struggling against the direction of flow of river, correct? And what do you mean by downstream? When the man is struggling in the direction of flow of river, correct? So look at this. If I want to find out what is the actual velocity of the man, correct? So in upstream and downstream, we have to do it like this. Okay. Look at this. Say, for example, velocity of the man, velocity of the river with respect to the ground is, say, for example, it is given x I cap. Okay. Since it is moving towards positive x axis. And what is the velocity of the man with respect to the river? It is given, say for example, is y and it is along negative x-axis minus I. Clear? So if I want to find out the velocity of the man with respect to the earth, correct? So that is the main thing. We have to find out the velocity of the man. Always calculate the things with respect to an observer standing on the earth, correct? So what this person observed, correct? So now look at this, because he is calculating the time. So let us write it like this: velocity of the man with respect to the river is equal to velocity of the man with respect to the ground, or you can take velocity of the swimmer, whatever you like, minus velocity of the river with respect to the ground. Now, what is the velocity of the man with respect to the river? It is minus y I cap. Okay. Now, what is the velocity of the man with respect to the ground? That is velocity of the man with respect to the ground we need to find out here. And what is the velocity of the river with respect to the ground? This is x I cap. Now if I take it along that side, so velocity of the man with respect to the ground would be this x minus y I cap. So this is the technique, correct? So in case of when the man is struggling to move against the flow of river, which is also called upstream, the magnitude of the velocity of the man with respect to the ground is equal to x minus y. Okay, x minus y. Clear? Okay. So this is the first one, x minus y. Now for the second part, what is that? In the second part, look at this. If it is downstream, okay, that means man is struggling to move in the direction of flow of river, correct? So what to do? Velocity of the man with respect to the river is equal to velocity of the man with respect to the ground minus velocity of the river with respect to the ground. Now, velocity of the man with respect to the river is what? Look, it is heading towards this direction. So, since it is heading towards this direction, in this case, we should consider it y I cap. And what is the velocity of the man with respect to the ground? We need to find out that. Clear? And what is the velocity of the river with respect to the ground? Velocity of the river with respect to the ground is, say, for example, xi cap. So, xi cap. So, in this case, velocity of the man with respect to the ground would be what? Y plus x I cap. So what is the velocity, magnitude of velocity of the man with respect to the ground is y plus x. Is it clear? And in this case, clear? Okay, you can use modulus signs also. Correct? So this is the technique. So let me start. Let me solve a problem related to this topic. Correct? Okay, let's solve a problem. Suppose this point A and this is point B. Okay, this point A, this point B. A man whose velocity in still water is 5 meters per second. That means velocity of the man in still water means with respect to the river is 5 meters per second. Swims from point A to B, 100 meters downstream of it. So assuming river is flowing along this direction. Clear? So velocity of the river is this. This is the velocity of the river. And this is the velocity of the man with respect to the river in the first case, correct? So now look at this. A man whose velocity in still water is 5 meters per second. That means velocity of the man with respect to the river is 5 meters per second, means 5 I cap meter per second. And velocity of the river is 3 meters per second. That means velocity of the river with respect to the ground is 3 I cap meter per second. So if I think about an observer standing here, okay, to the observer, what is the velocity of the man? Velocity of the man would be this. Velocity of the man with respect to the ground would be what? Velocity of the man with respect to the river. Velocity of the man with respect to the river. Velocity of the man with respect to the river plus what? Look at this, plus velocity of the river with respect to the ground. What is the velocity of the man with respect to the river? It is given 5 I cap plus it is given 3 I cap. That means it is equal to 8 I cap meter per second. Okay. So what will be the value? Man whose velocity in still water is this, swims from point A to B and back to A. Okay, find the time taken in going downstream and upstream. So time taken to move in downstream, okay. T for downstream is what? Look at this. What is the distance? 100 meters. So 100 divided by 8. Clear? What is the value? 100 by 8 is 12.5. 8 by 100 by 12, 12.5 meter per, sorry, 12.5 second. Okay, 12.5 second. Okay. Now, what will happen in downstream, upstream? So look, in this case, what is happening? The river is flowing along this direction. Velocity of the river is this. But velocity of the man with respect to the river is along this direction. Velocity of the man with respect to the river is opposite to this. So to an observer standing outside, okay, what is the velocity of the man? Look at this. Velocity of the man with respect to the river is equal to velocity of the man with respect to the ground minus velocity of the river with respect to the ground. Therefore, what is the velocity of the man as seen from the ground? That is velocity of the river, velocity of the man with respect to the river plus velocity of the river with respect to the ground. Now, velocity of the man with respect to the river is along this direction, so it should be minus 5 I cap. And what is the velocity of the river? It is 3 I cap. Okay, what is the value? That means minus 2 I cap. Is it clear? That means during this, the man will observe this person who is standing outside, he will observe this man is moving along this direction. Is it clear? Okay. Now, look at this calculation. What is the time taken in the upstream? During upstream, it is 100 by 2, that is 50 seconds. So this is the answer. Clear? This is the answer of the first part. This is the answer of the second part. But the next question, next part is this. Find the time taken to both the upstream and downstream and at the average speed of the man during the motion. Correct? For average speed, what we have to do? We have to do it like this. Look, what is this? Total distance traveled is 100 meter upstream, 100 meter downstream. That means 200 meter. And total time of journey is 50 plus 12.5. So we can solve it very easily. Okay. How? Look at this. For average speed, what we have to do? V average is equal to total distance traveled is 100 upstream, 100 downstream, 250 plus 12.5, that is 62.5. That means 200 divided by 62.5. Is it clear? And 200 divided by 62.5 would be what? You can calculate easily. It is very simple calculation. It is only 3.2 second. Okay. It is 3.2 second. So this is the problem. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to calculate the shortest time taken to cross a river. Correct? So let me handle a question first related to that. Okay. Then I'm going to show it. Okay. Look at this. Problem is given like this. Velocity of a swimmer in the river is V. That means velocity of the swimmer with respect to the river is V vector. And the velocity of the river is U. That means velocity of the river with respect to the ground is U. Okay. Now, in what direction the man should swim to cross the river in shortest time? So what is the method of solving this? Always fix an observer standing on the ground and he is watching everything. He is calculating time, clear everything. So try to find out always the velocity of the man or swimmer with respect to the ground. So let me do one thing. Look, if I take this angle as theta, this would be V cos theta and this would be V sin theta. So what is the velocity of the swimmer with respect to the river? Look at this, it is minus V sin theta I cap plus V cos theta j cap. Okay. And what is the velocity of the river with respect to the ground? It is nothing but U I cap. Okay. Now, if I want to find out what is the velocity of the man or swimmer with respect to the ground, so I have to use this formula. Velocity of the swimmer with respect to the river is equal to velocity of the swimmer with respect to the ground minus velocity of the river with respect to the ground. That is velocity of the swimmer with respect to the ground is equal to velocity of the swimmer with respect to the river plus velocity of the river with respect to the ground. Now, velocity of the swimmer with respect to the river. What is that? Look, minus V sin theta I cap V cos theta j cap. Plus, what is the velocity of the river with respect to the ground? That is nothing but U I cap. So, if I simplify this result, velocity of the swimmer with respect to the ground is equal to U minus V sin theta I cap plus V cos theta j cap. Okay. That means this person is watching, this swimmer has two velocities. One along this direction, other along this direction. One along this direction, other along x-axis, either towards this or along this. Correct? Now remember what to do. Since we need to find out in what direction should the man swim to cross the river. So this is the case of crossing the river, correct? So we have to take the motion along y-axis. And we have to apply the formula is equal to Vt. Okay. So what is the speed? What is the speed along this direction? Y-axis. It is V cos theta. So the time taken to cross the river, okay, time taken to cross the river is this. Therefore, time taken to cross the river T is equal to distance by speed. Okay. So if the man swims in the direction making an angle theta with the perpendicular, So the value would be t equal to d by v cos theta. But here we need to find out the minimum time required to cross the river. So look, d is fixed, v is fixed, only variable is cos theta. And we know when denominator is maximum, t is minimum. So t equal to t minimum when cos theta is equal to maximum. And what is the maximum value of cos theta? 1. And cos theta is equal to 1 means theta is equal to 0 degree. Clear? Theta is equal to 0 degree means if I move back to the diagram, theta is equal to 0 degree means the man needs to strike the stroke directly along this direction. Is it clear? The man needs to take the stroke directly along this direction. So the answer is the man needs to take the stroke making an angle 90 degree with the direction of flow of river. Correct? Clear? So that means the answer is this. The man needs to swim perpendicular to the direction of flow of river. Correct? Direction of flow of river. This is a very important concept. Correct? This is the technique to solve the problem when the case is minimum. Correct? Now, watch a important thing related with this. When the man needs to cross the river in shortest time, is it possible for the man to cross the river, okay, directly opposite? Okay, that means suppose the person is standing at this side of the river. Is it possible to cross the river to just to opposite bank? Let me see this. Now watch it. If the man just take the stroke directly along this, as the question is solved, correct? This is the direction when the man needs to cross the river in shortest time. Is it possible for the man to reach just at this point? Is it possible? Never. Why not? Because the velocity of the river will take the man towards right, correct? As a result of which, instead of reaching at this point, man will reach somewhere at this point. Okay? And this is called drag. Okay? That means the drag means what? The river pushes the man by what distance? Correct? That is called the calculation of drag. Correct? Now, if I ask you, what is the value of the drag? Okay? How to calculate the value of the drag? Correct? So if I consider this as x, correct? Now we have to see first what is the velocity of the man along this direction. So we know this is the case when the man crosses the river in shortest time. So T minimum is equal to d by v. Okay, and during this minimum time, what is the drag? Correct? So that means this distance x. So who is taking the man along this direction? Who is taking the man along this direction? Now look at this very carefully. Okay, the velocity of the man with respect to the ground would be what? U minus v sine theta I cap plus v cos theta j cap. Okay. Now, when theta is what? In this case, in that case, I took theta is equal to 0 degree. Theta is equal to, I took theta with which direction? I took theta with which direction? I took theta with vertical. So in this case, theta is equal to 0 degree. Correct? So if I put the value of theta is equal to 0 degree in this equation, so what will happen? Look, if I put theta is equal to 0 degree, so velocity of the man with respect to the ground would be what? Look, cos 0, 1. Watch it carefully. Cos 0, 1 and sin 0, 0. That means U I cap plus v j cap. That means velocity, okay, which is taking the man along BC is river velocity. So how to calculate this drag? X equal to, look, this drag took place during the time in which man crosses the river. So what is x? X equal to this. Look, the component of velocity along x-axis is u multiplied by time, d by v. So this is the drag. Okay. So what is the total distance traveled by the man? What is the total distance traveled by the man? Therefore, the total distance traveled by the man is this. Okay. So how to find out that? We can find out it easily. S equal to root over of, look, what is this distance? Dragging distance x square plus d square. If I apply this, x equal to what? D square u square by v square plus d square, take d square common. Okay, so this would be u square plus v square by v square, that is d by v is equal to root over of u square plus v square. This is the total distance traveled by the man. Now look, second part of the problem is, what is theta when the length of the path traveled by the man is minimum? Length of the path traveled by the man is minimum, means the path the man traveled in order to move from this to this path. Correct. What is the minimum length? When the length of the path is minimum, what is the value of theta? Clear? So what to do in this case? First, what we know, velocity of the man with respect to the ground is equal to, just now we did it, u minus v sine theta I cap plus v cos theta j cap. Okay. Now remember, this part, take the man either along this direction, left, or along this direction. This is what we call drag or drift, correct? Clear? Now, v cos theta is responsible for crossing the river. So, if the man swims making an angle theta perpendicular to the direction, okay, direction of flow. So, what will happen? Time taken by the man to cross the river would be d by v cos theta. Clear? Now, what is the value of the drag? Drag means, or drag or drift, correct? Drift means either this, suppose it is A, this is B, shifting away from B, correct? It's called drift or drag, correct? So let this value is x. So that is for that, which component is responsible? This component, I component, correct? So what should I write? D by v cos theta, that is distance equal to speed into time, that is u minus v sine theta. Okay. Now look, there is two important points. One situation may be like this: if number one, v is greater than u, means when the velocity of the man support, means when the velocity of the man support is more than the velocity of the flow of river, in that case drift may be zero. Drift can be zero. So drift is minimum when x equal to 0. Clear? So what is the condition of x equal to 0? Look, if I write x equal to 0, that will be d by v cos theta u minus v sine theta is equal to 0. That means what? U minus v sine theta is equal to 0. V sine theta is equal to u, or sine theta is equal to u by v, or theta is equal to sine of inverse u by v. Okay, that means in that case drift is 0. That means this is called the shortest path. Okay, shortest path. That means a man will reach exactly at this point. Clear? But what will be the situation if U is greater than V. In that particular case, the man cannot be able to reach exactly opposite point. Clear? So what will be, let me show you now, what will be the case if U is greater than V. Okay? Now, if U is greater than V, then what will happen? We need to calculate, look, S. Okay? S means what? S means what? S means this. S means this. So S equal to what? Root over of D square plus X square. D is the river width. Now, to make S minimum, X should be minimum, correct? So we have to calculate the minimum value for X in this case, correct? So what is the value of X? Watch it. What is the value of X? X equal to, we know, D by V cos theta, U minus V sin theta, correct? So applying that. So X equal to D by V cos theta, U minus V sin theta. So if I simplify this, what will be the value? Look at this, take B common. Okay. U by V sec of theta minus VV cancel, sin theta by cos theta, tan theta. Now to make X minimum, correct, we have to apply the concept of maxima minima, correct? That means we have to do like this. Dx d theta is equal to what? D U by V, derivative of sec theta is sec theta tan theta, and derivative of tan theta is sec square theta, correct? Which is equal to 0. Now take sec theta common, d sec theta common, therefore it is equal to U by V tan theta minus sec theta is equal to 0. Therefore U by V tan theta is equal to sec theta. Therefore tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta. Okay, and this is sec theta, means 1 by cos theta. Therefore sin theta is equal to V by U. Therefore theta is equal to sin inverse of V by U. Correct? Under this condition, the drift is minimum. And now I'm going to show you what is the minimum value of the drift then. Okay? So when U is greater than V, the minimum value of drift is this. Look, sin inverse V by U. So theta, sin theta is equal to V by U. Draw a triangle. Simple method. Take this as theta. Sin theta is equal to height by hypotenuse. Height is this, hypotenuse is this. Therefore, this is equal to what? U square minus V square. Correct? Now, we have to calculate cos theta. Cos theta is equal to what? Base by hypotenuse. That is root over of U square minus V square by U. Okay, now put this value. Therefore, X minimum is the minimum value of the drift. D. Look at this. By V. 1 by cos theta. That is equal to what? Sec theta. That means du root over of U square minus V square. U minus V. What is sin theta? Sin theta is equal to V by U. Correct? Now look at this. U multiplied by D. Okay? Or you can do one thing. You can multiply U with this. If I multiply U with this, what will be the value? Check. D by V root over of U square minus V square. If I put it inside, this will be U square minus V square. Now look at this. We can write it like this. U by V root over of u square minus v square, and it is u square minus v square whole square. Cancel. Therefore, d by v root over of u square minus v square. This is the minimum value of the drift. Clear? Now we can calculate what is the minimum traveled. We know x minimum. So put down the value d by v root over of u square minus v square. Okay. So x equal to therefore root over of d square. And what is the value of x minimum? X minimum is equal to d by v root over of u square minus v square. D by v means d square by v square, u square minus v square. And what is that? If I take d square common from this and v square common from this, so the thing will become 1. This will become v square, and this will become u square minus v square. Okay, whole root, and this is equal to d by v, and this v square will cancel. This is multiplied by u, so du by v. Okay. Okay, look at this. A problem is given. Okay, look at this. A problem is given. A boat heading due north crosses a river with a speed of 12 km/h. Correct? So this is the velocity of the boat relative to the river. Correct? And this is given 12 km/h. The water in the river has a uniform speed of 5 km/h due east relative to the earth. So this. Okay, velocity of the river with respect to the ground. Determine the velocity of the boat relative to observer standing on either bank and the direction of the boat. Correct? So think about this person. Okay. So we need to find out, actually, from in the question, we need to find out velocity of the boat related to the ground. Okay. Question is this. Determine the velocity of the boat related to an observer standing on either bank and the direction of the boat. So what to do then? Velocity of the river, velocity of the boat with respect to river is this. Look at this. Velocity of the boat with respect to river is equal to, look at this, it is along which direction? Positive y-axis. So we should write it 12 j cap kilometer per hour. Number 2, velocity of the river with respect to the ground. What is the velocity of the river with respect to the ground? It is equal to 5. Look at this. It is along east, positive x-axis, I cap kilometer per hour. Okay. Now, what we need to find out? Velocity of the boat with respect to the ground. So simply using this formula, velocity of the river with respect to the ground, or you can do one thing, you can find it directly from here. What is that? Velocity of the boat, velocity of the boat with respect to the river is equal to velocity of the boat relative to the ground minus velocity of the river relative to the ground. So we need to find out velocity of the boat relative to the ground. Velocity of the boat relative to the ground is velocity of the boat relative to the river plus velocity of the river with respect to the ground. If you do the calculation, what is the value? Look at this. Velocity of the boat with respect to the river is 12 j cap and it is 5 I cap. So it is 5 I cap plus 12 j cap. Clear? So determine the velocity of the boat determine the velocity of the boat related to an observer standing on either bank and the direction of the boat. Correct. Look at this. I am drawing this. Watch it carefully. What to do? First of all, this is the observer. With respect to the observer, boat has two different velocity. One velocity along this direction, 5 I cap. Another velocity along this direction, 12 j cap. So complete the parallelogram. What is the resultant? This. Clear? That means this will be the direction of the resultant. Okay. So this will be the direction of the resultant. Okay, what is that? Now look, 5 I cap plus 12 j cap. So velocity of the boat with respect to the observer on the ground is equal to root over of 12 square plus 5 square, that is 144 plus 25, 169, that is 13 kilometer per hour. Okay, this is the first part of the question. If I consider this angle as theta, so what would be the value of tan theta? Tan theta is equal to height by base. Height is this much, that is 12 by 5. 12 by 5. Therefore, theta is equal to tan inverse of 12 by 5. Is it clear? This is the first part, solution. Second part, if the boat travels with a speed of 13 km per hour related to the river and is to travel due north, what should be angle of direction B? Clear? So let's do this part also. Okay, now look at the second part of the problem. If the boat travels with the speed of 13 km per hour related to the river and is to travel due north, means the boat needs to move from this point to this point. Clear? That means due to the observer on the ground, the velocity of the boat must be along this direction. So question is, what should be the angle of direction B then? So in this case, write on the information again. So velocity of the river with respect to the ground, velocity of the river with respect to the ground is given. It is 5 I cap kilometer per hour. Okay. Now velocity, or now look, velocity of the river, velocity of the boat with respect to the river is 13 km per hour, but the problem is we don't know along which direction it will be. Correct? Clear? But it is given the resultant would be along this direction. Is it clear? The result means velocity of the boat with respect to the ground would be along this direction. So it is very simple. Correct? You can do it like this. Look, one component of velocity is the velocity of the river with respect to the ground is given. Clear? And this is the along this direction. So let me assume this is the direction and let us assume this as theta. So this is the velocity of the boat with respect to the river. Okay, let me dissolve into two components. Velocity of the boat with respect to the river, correct? I don't know the value. Value is given 13 km per hour. So let me divide it into two components. One is, look, one is negative, minus 13 sine theta I cap plus 13 cos theta j cap. Clear? So what is the velocity then? Velocity of the boat with respect to the river is equal to velocity of the boat with respect to the ground minus velocity of the river with respect to the ground. Now, velocity of the boat with respect to the river. Okay, what is that given? So what is the velocity of the boat with respect to the ground? Velocity of the boat with respect to the ground would be this. This plus this. That means minus 13 sine theta I cap plus 13 cos theta j cap. Okay, this plus this, and that is 5 I cap. Okay, now you can solve it easily. What is that? Look, velocity of the boat with respect to the ground would be 5 minus 13 sine theta, okay, I cap, plus 5 minus 13 sine theta I cap plus 13 cos theta j cap. Is it clear? Now, what is the direction of the velocity of boat with respect to the ground? This will be along this direction. So I don't know this velocity exactly what it is. So let me take this as xj cap. Correct? So xj cap. So if I take this as xj cap, so what to do? I have to compare x-axis with x-axis, y-axis with y-axis. Correct? So 5 minus 13 sine theta I cap plus 13. Okay, let me take the next bit. VBG is equal to 5 minus 13 sine theta I cap, 13 cos theta j cap. We know man needs to move along this direction. So let us consider this is the magnitude of this is x. Okay. That means what? Let me write down this. X j cap is equal to 5 minus 13 sine theta I cap plus 13 cos theta j cap. 5 minus 13 sine theta I cap plus 13 cos theta j cap. Okay. Now look, it is quite clear. 13 cos theta j cap. That means this component would be 0. Correct? Though? Because there is no I component. So what we can write? 5 minus 13 sine theta is equal to 0. Therefore, sine theta is equal to 5 by 13. Clear? Clear? So it is clear that theta is equal to sine inverse of 5 by 13. Okay. Now you can find out the magnitude from this also. What is the magnitude? 13 cos theta, correct? What is the value of cos theta? Cos theta is equal to root over 1 minus sine square theta. That means 25 by 169. That is 12 by 13. Clear? So what is the value of x? X equal to 13 cos theta. That is 13 cos theta means 12 kilometer per hour. So this is the answer. Okay. For more numericals, watch my next video. Thank you. If you like the content of the video, please subscribe the channel and press the like button.